said to me, my mother won't mind.
I'm 71, and when you get to this age, it doesn't bother you at all. Well, when I was a lot younger, a young woman of about maybe 20 or so, I had a brilliant opportunity because I was asked to audition to a man called Eddie Jarrett. And at the time I had no idea that he was the manager of a really famous folk pop group called The Seekers. That's Judith Durham. They made records like The Carnival Is Over, A World of Our Own, all these lovely, and Morning Turn Ride, remember that one? But I had a chance to take Judith's place with the group, singing at a Bournemouth theatre for a season because she was ill in hospital. She wasn't at all well. And it was absolutely great. The boys are just what I'd say typical Aussies, very laid back, very relaxed. And we all lived in this one flat. We all had our own little rooms in this flat. And one Sunday there, I decided to cook a Sunday lunch. And because I cooked this Sunday lunch and I was calling for them, come on back to the table. They'd all gone to answer the telephones and things and, you know, make calls and chat to people. I said, there's a pudding here in the oven. And that was very funny to them about having a pudding in the oven. So ever since that day, they've called me Pudding. Even today, at the age of 71, these guys still call me Pudding. Well, yes, actually, one was actually quite tragic. I had a beautiful gold pen that was given to me by the owners of the World Record Club that made my first album, the first LP. And I was just getting out of Bruce's car. It was a beautiful Jaguar, I think. And the pen dropped down the door. And I'd lost it. And he says, oh, don't worry, Ellen, we'll get the door off at some point and get it out. But we all forgot about it. So that pen is probably still in that door. If someone's got Bruce's car, would you please get me the pen out the door? Yes, although I'm mainly a folk singer, I've been raised by a family who love all kinds of music, really Catholic taste in music, jazz, folk, opera, operetta, Gilbert and Sullivan, or everything like that. And, you know, anything from the swing era right up to modern pop. We were always listening to music on the radio all the time then because we didn't have a TV. And when I went to London, first of all, before I had the audition with Eddie Jarrett for The Seekers, I had an audition with a record company. That was arranged by a guy called Cy Grant, who was a British Guyanese man, very good folk singer. And he arranged this audition, and he liked me, and they wanted to make an LP with a young new singer. But they wanted it jazz, swing, modern ballads, rather than folk. And luckily, because I've been raised the way I was in a family that loved all kinds of music, I was able to do the record without worrying about it. It was just as natural as breathing, although my first love was folk music. Yes, I think there must be, and I think they should, but they have to be very honest with themselves. You have to say, can I really do this? Can I do this good enough to please people? Can I keep pace with all the other good performers out there, particularly on record? There's no point in trying something just because you want to. I believe you should be able to do it. Well, at the moment, actually I moved to Cornwall a year ago and I absolutely love it there. It's beautiful. Well, there are actually quite a few live music clubs. A lot of them are jazz, but there are still a very large number of folk clubs. And I honestly cannot think I can say that about the rest of the country. I'm not sure. Don't scream at me, everybody, if you've all got masses of folk clubs. But the folk scene in Cornwall never died. It's still there, just a little more underground. But there are many live music clubs, and I do love to sing in the folk clubs there. I still enjoy it. In 5 years' time, I see myself as top of the pops. I'm going to make this album and release it. I'm going to sing as many songs as I can and as many beautiful melodies as I can and write as many as I can to please people just the way I've always wanted to do. That's my main aim. But I also would like to be heard to a wider audience than I've been singing to of late. Not just in folk clubs and in some music clubs. I want to sing to the whole world. I'm very lucky to still have my voice at the age of 71, and it would be wrong not to use it.
My young love said to me, my mother won't mind, and my father won't slight you for your lack of kind. And she stepped away from me, and this she did say.